Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dark Souls Weaponlocke Challenge, the live stream series where we ban a weapon class after every boss battle. And if you want to watch these challenge runs in your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. And hello Greatsword, thanks for dropping by. How's it going, dude? You're just in time to see me attempt to battle the four kings using this lightning curved greatsword, which I think is called the Server. So last stream was all about finishing the Pretty good. Oh, yeah, productive day. That's awesome. Do tell, Record. Do tell. I also felt like today was a pretty good day. Got a good night's rest. And I'm excited to see what I'm able to do today against the four kings. Because I know our previous attempts did not go so well, but we had some time to buff this thing up. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Sent one more application. Nice, nice. That's good, Record. Oh, cool, Record. What subject might that be? Or is it a secret? Let me make sure we have the Abyss range equipped, so... Pomodoro of Complexity. I've actually never heard about that, Record. What's that about? Oh, file compression. Interesting. You know, if you want to go into a bit of detail about that, I'd be interested to hear about it, because file compression is something I have to deal with a lot, especially with my Dungeons and Dragons campaign, since Roll20 has a limit to how much you can upload if you have a free account. However, if you compress music files, for example, you can obviously upload more stuff and still stay under the limit. So I'd definitely be interested to hear like kind of what goes into file compression and how and stuff along those lines. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Copper Nicholson. I hope that gets better. Right, jump. There we go. Alright, then we just hop down here. Oh dear, I missed the jump. No! No. This isn't what I wanted. No, I don't want to be down here. Got a little too overzealous there. Okay, there we go. Given any binary string, it's sometimes possible to provide a shortened representation and do that string. Okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. The representation is basically a shorter string plus program turns the string into the... Oh, so that's interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was always wondering, like, how files like compress things without losing information? So that's how it's basically trying to put into something that trying to express it in a way that the computer can understand more efficiently while still retaining the same information. Is that an accurate statement, Drekor, or am I misrepresenting something you said? Oh, you got some new health insurance. That's good, Copper Nicholson. All right, where are they? Up there he is. Hello. Dodge. Drink. Drink. Dodge. What happened? I'm dead, aren't I? I didn't realize that was a grab attack. Well, I'm somehow alive. And I'm not. That was entirely my fault. I was not in the right positioning there. Alright, so anyway, tell me more about this compression. So it says, I'm not sure about how it works, but it seems like most normal files are not exactly random sequence of bytes, so they can be compressed quite easily using it. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Anyway, well, I'm thinking for the 4 canes, trying to block stuff probably isn't going to be prudent, so might as well use the Grass Crest Shield and try to go for more of a dodgy kind of thing. Yeah. How many times have we upgraded the server? So the server is currently at, it's a +3 lightning server, so we can only upgrade 2 more times if we really want to. I don't want to use a slab on this, so essentially the most I'd probably upgrade it more would just be once more if it really came to that, but I think we're at the point where that's not going to be the biggest difference. That's more so going to be my understanding of the 4 cane spike, because admittedly it has been a while since I've battled them. But yeah, so you want to say file compression, Rector? Exactly, Rector. So, for those who haven't fought the 4 canes before, they're called the DPS test of Dark Souls 1 because how easy or hard the fight depends on whether or not you can defeat each cane before the next one spawns. If you can defeat each cane before the next one spawns, then the fight's quite doable, but if you can't, then you're in for a rough time. That's why the 4 canes is generally considered one of the hardest fights if, say, you're doing a bow-only build, or some kind of build where the maximum damage output is not as high as, say, some of the heavier swords and hammers, because you end up in a situation where there's, I'm about to die. I am very surprised I'm alive. I'm also realizing that I'm in the wrong spot. Excuse me, sir. I went to ask, are you sure about that, Copper Nicholson? The reason I say that is the spot I'm in right here, you can't get until you lower the water level. So I doubt you've been here specifically, but you've probably been to like the New Londo ruins where the ghosts are. Which, you know, the way I see it, unless you're looking for an item that's specifically in the New Londo ruins, it's usually ill-advised to go to the New Londo ruins until after Anarlock. Yep. So, where I'm standing right now, Copper Nicholson's normally underwater. In order to lower that, there's a whole thing you have to go through to do that. This is generally considered to be more of an endgamey area, Copper Nicholson, so if you're going here pretty early, my only question is, what exactly are you looking for here? Because if you're not looking for anything in particular, it's not exactly the best use of your time. Or unless you're trying to fight the 4 canes early, but that's... I doubt that's the case. It's this... Ah, fair enough. Oh, I see him. Hello, sir. Just dodge. Okay. Oh, come on! No, I'm... Move. Move. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Gotta love that lightning, right, chat? Let's go! Oh dear, am I dead? Well, I'm probably not dead, but I'm definitely gonna hurt a lot. Get up, Tova. Drink. Oh dear, no! No! I don't want to get suctioned, no. Oop. Alright, that's another down. Okay. No! We're doing so well! No! I'll fall for not dodging that. I'm not even sure what weapons I used. Oh, really? That's why it's interesting. So it does extra damage to all the 14 strike. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Drakor. Copper Nicholson, if you want to find more weapons in Dark Souls, just keep exploring. It sounds to me like you haven't really gone that far into the game yet. Because, I mean, there'll be shops, there'll be some NPCs that'll let you buy new weapons, and there's plenty of other weapons that can be found just by exploring areas and stuff like that. So, I mean, Dark Souls has a ton of weapons. I mean, if this doesn't give you an idea of just how massive a variety there is, I don't know what will. Like, plenty to choose from. Well, yes. Okay, that makes sense, Copper Nicholson. But my guess is you probably didn't get very far into New Londo Runes. And my thought is, unless you're looking for an item that's specifically in New Londo Runes, you probably shouldn't go there until much later in the game. Very true, Drakor. The fact that this is a challenge run is even possible is proves that there's a lot of weapons in this game. This is very true. It's not that they're unkillable, Copper Nicholson, it's that they can only be damaged under certain circumstances, and that's part of the gimmick of this area. Now, those certain circumstances require you to either be cursed or under the effects of a transient curse, which generally means the ghosts are not, or using particular weapons that can only be acquired from the ghosts themselves. So, usually not in your best interest to fight them, rather just to run from them. Nope, I'm not Copper Nicholson. But guess what? It's part of the game, dude. I mean, this is considered to be an endgame area. Now, one of the things I love about Dark Souls is that some of its endgame areas you can actually go to right from the start, and this is one of them. Oh dear. No. Here. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. My own fault. Oh dear. I don't want its... Alright, in we go. Oh, cool. Dates and drivers, that course is Copper Nicholson. That's cool. I remember doing stuff like that while I was in high school, and I found it pretty helpful. Yeah, it is winter, so there'll be plenty of snow out there. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, Kane, where are you? Over there, I think. Yep. Oh dear, no! No more suction, please! The power of the suction compels us, chat! There's another one, that's not good. I gotta defeat this one quick. Have we make the other one so fast? Oh. Drink, Tova! Tova! Ow. Drink. What? Why? I mean, it's probably because I was just standing too far away. I know what the 4 cadence is like. If you're in close, they don't do much damage, but the moment you get within, like, their blade range, that's when it does a lot more damage. Yep, Dark Souls hitbox is at their finest, indeed. Well. Yep, that's Fireline Shine, Copper Nicholson. I guess my question is, for dental-wise, are you brushing twice a day, Copper Nicholson? Because, I mean, if you're brushing well twice a day and you're flossing regularly, that's usually enough. But Copper Nicholson, you don't. It's clear to me you have not played very much Dark Souls yet, because one of the things that's fascinating about this game's Metroidvania level design principles is the fact that some of the late game bosses are actually very close to the start of the game, and this is a prime example of that. The 4 Kings are one of the bosses you're intended to defeat after Anor Londo, but their boss gate is actually not that far from the starting point, if you know where to look. So I think that's on you, Copper Nicholson. Stream quality seems to be fine from what I can see on OBS. Okay, so those are all good. I guess the only other thing I can think of is if, oh dear, I really need to just drop down from the left. The other thing I can think of is it could be just the quality of of your toothbrushing, or the trying to make sure that you're brushing well enough around the gums, because that's well, I should not around the gums, brushing well enough for the gums, because I know I've gotten gingivitis on more than one occasion because I wasn't brushing my gums well enough. And that's where an electric toothbrush can come in handy, to helping to make sure you're brushing things properly, because a lot of electric toothbrushes nowadays will have a little internal timer to let basically telling you to brush the 4 sections of your mouth 30 seconds per section, or 2 minutes total. So yeah, that's my thing. Like I guess my question is, when you're brushing your teeth, Copper Nicholson, are you doing so for about 2 minutes each time? Because if not, then that's probably too short. All right. Drink, Tova. Drink. Tova. Dark Souls hitbox is at their finest. Oh, you're right, Drakor, it does. What? Suction! No! The suction, chat! Not the suction! Anything but the suction. What? Okay, Dark Souls, okay. Not sure what that hitbox was, but... Drink. Move. Nova. Nova. Drink. An attack is probably coming my way. Okay, where is he? Oh, there he is. Why are you all the way over there? There. Oh, come on! No! You're doing so well. Yeah, not like that, I know. I guess it depends on their opinion, Tabernacle. So my dentist has told me the opposite, and after using both methods, I tend to agree that electric is just more consistent in my view. Especially if it's a good electric toothbrush and you use it properly. You can certainly get by with a manual one. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I find it's very easy to get into bad habits with the manual one because you might not time it right. Like, you might do less than 2 minutes, or you might not brush as hard as you need to. Whereas with an electric one, it's much easier to do more consistently. And one thing I am noticing is that we seem to be in a situation where what was I gonna say? I seem to be running out of stamina a lot against this boss, probably because the curved greatsword takes quite a bit of stamina just to swing it around. Good question. I have not, Drakor. Oh, well, actually, I'm glad you bring that up, because I'm just now noticing that's the amount of time it takes to do a strong attack with the curved greatsword seems to be pretty comparable to a regular attack, which is unusual, because I'm used to, like, the strong attack taking a lot longer to charge up, so might be worth looking into. Maybe that's the advantage of the curved greatswords, is that the strong attacks are actually much faster compared to, or of a comparable speed compared to a weak attack. We shall see. I mean, we hit for around 378 with a weak attack. So if a strong attack's significantly higher than that, then might be better. That's like a pretty standard workday, Copper Nicholson. Okay, alley-oop. Alright, sounds good, Copper Nicholson. And drive safe. Alright. Well, before we begin this boss fight, read a message is Milliam. Reen, I just learned where babies come from. When mommy and daddy love each other very much, they hugged each other for a long time. Then 9 months later, a sword comes from the Cabbage Patch, climbs into my bed, and hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my rat time, Dow. Send me a kiss and wire, baby. My heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me and you'll be all alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. And then they all go to sleep and the stork cooks breakfast for mommy and daddy in the morning. I have many questions. And I'll leave it at that. Alright. Well, let's hydrate. And see what we can do. Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. I hate that attack so much. Drink. Okay. Okay, that was a power attack. It did the same amount of damage as a quick attack, so... Well, actually, no, it did more. It definitely chunks their health quite a bit. Which is cool, but I think I'm about to get yeeted. I'm about to get yeeted! No! I don't want to get yeeted. Oh no, that's a power. Move. Okay. Whew! That was spooky. Okay. Junk. Yo! Okay. That follow-up, though, is remarkably fast for a power attack. If I could land my hits, though, that'd be great. Move. Great. Iframes? No iframes for us today. There's our iframes. I would like to get close. Oh, come on! No! You're doing so well. I wonder, do we have any crescent moon grass here? Oh, we do. Okay, that could be something worth considering. Yeah, green blossoms. Listen, I know this fight is doable, I'm just messing it up. I will get it. But one thing I just realized, so let me just show the thing I discovered. So, power attacks in a row, as you can see, are actually quite quick. So that second attack is supremely quick. It's just for someone with as little stamina as I have, I need to actually be at max stamina in order to take advantage of that. Like getting a 1-2 wombo combo like that could be devastating, like well over 700 damage. So that's magic of curved greatswords, is that they have really fast power attacks. I see, because when I was using the regular stats, I'm like, this is remarkably slow for the damage it's doing. Am I missing something here? So I guess that must be it. Well, we learned something new. I do appreciate the advice to take, to make it a lightning weapon though, Dark Orc, because that definitely spiked the damage up considerably. So I really appreciate it. Alright, we have Gar Green Blossom. Hopefully that helps a bit. I can't believe I'm alive. This is not going well. Move. Right. Go back. Not that attack. Right. Over. Move. No, this is not good. This really isn't good. We have two. There we go. Well, he tried to yeet me. No, 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 no more yeeting. No yeeting for you. You focus on silver. Come on! No! No. Yeah, this is true, Raptor. This is true. So, definitely feeling that lack of stamina capacity here, as well as not having that much backed up HP. I'm wondering, when we're up close, how much damage are we taking? Is it more like... Can't be that much if it's only like... tiny portion. It's probably like in the 50s or 40s. I know there's a shield that can provide some HP regen that might give us some extra longevity. I also know that if we have Orestes Flask, that would definitely be a much more doable fight since I keep running out of them, even with the 9 we currently have. So, ironically, there's a part of me I know the shield's on the Tomb of the Giants, but there's a part of me that actually wants to go down there for no other reason than to defeat Pinwheel to get ourselves more Estus Flasks. Like, I feel like at this point, that would be a useful use of our time. Do we have to defeat Nito, or is it just fine? Well, I mean, we do have to fight Leroy, which I think occurs multiple times. Yeah, alright. That's out. Pinwheel it is then. I don't remember, where do we actually fight Leroy? Also, if we are going into the Undead Crypt, it means we'll probably need to upgrade some things, so... Where's the Astora Sword? Okay. Let's warp to Andre and see what this will take. Well, no, Drakor. The thing is, I remember that I think we have to fight Leroy before we fight Pinwheel as well. I just can't remember where. I think it's on like on a weird cliff somewhere. Oh, we summon Leroy. I see. So we don't actually fight Leroy there. So what you're saying, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing any fight. So the only time we have to fight him, according to the wiki, is before Nito. Also, it would appear we need a decent amount of souls, so... equip ourselves. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so let's get our greatsword and... 4+2. I think the easiest thing will be just to go back to Antomicx. Well, actually... Then our Londa, we could just go to the chamber. Well, we go to the Duke's archives. We could battle. Just try to quickly defeat some of those crystal giant things. All right, it's no Drakor. You know what else it could be, Drakor? This could be a situation where we just need more poise. Because I remember, like, when I fought the 14s before, if I was wearing, like, super heavy armor, they wouldn't be able to stagger me, like, at all. And then I could just, like, eat those hits up close and just try to... We do have the Wolf Rain, Drakor, but I kind of also... The thing is, one of our range slots is taken up by the ring we need to enter the Abyss. If I didn't need to have that ring, I would absolutely be wearing it. As we do, though, kind of inconvenient. Since, what would that be like? So if I were to just quit the wolf range, hold on. Excuse me, sir. Kind of in the middle of something. Also love that power attack as it's the yeet power attack. Anyway, as I was saying. I remember, how much poise do we need to make sure we aren't... Yeah, right now we're at 0 poise. This would give us 40. How much poise does the... I know with the stone armor set, I think we'd be good. In terms of poise. You'd also probably be fat rolling, but I mean, with a heavy loadout like that, the intent would be just to tank everything. Yes, I know. How impolite, Crystalline. How dare. We were just having a nice conversation. Oh well. How dare. My... There we go. Numbers that range from 70. Alright, so if it's not being in the 70 to 80s, then we essentially what that's saying is we need a heavier armor set. So, for the sake of argument, remove our regular outfit in favor of, like, the stone outfit. I think should be sufficient. That's going to put us at... Oh dear. I mean, without Havel's Ring, there's no way we'd be able to wear this and move around sufficiently, because if I just remove that, sadness ensues. But with Havel's Ring, we can at least walk. Stone is more than we need, but I'm used to using you have to understand, Record, there's another benefit to using stone, and that's we also get massive physical defense. So the attacks that were previously like doing a 2/3 of our health might be doing significantly less than that now. We're gonna be moving, you know, snail's pace, as you can see, but at least we're alive. Are you saying go with knight armor plus wolf? I want to at least attempt this, Gregor, okay? But first, might as well that's the end of Persian. If it ends up being too clunky, then we can always scale up. But you have to understand, the way I... In my very first playthrough of Dark Souls, the way I beat the 14th was just with a fully upgraded Havel's outfit. So Havel's like entire outfit, including his club, just fully upgraded. And just tanking everything and spamming my way to victory. What's your team invest with the right? Oh no. Alright. I want to reinforce my Stora sword. So.
Don't get yourself, neither of us want to see.
Because I think it'll do pretty solidly in the crypt. Thanks to that holy damage. Warp us to Firelink Shrine. We have one more attempt to the 14s, and if this ends up failing miserably, then we can always, again, just go explore the crypt. And get ourselves some more Estus Flasks. Gosh, we are slow. So I do like the look of this armor, because I mean, you kind of look like a samurai almost. Admittedly made of stone. Definitely one of my favorite armor sets, though. Maybe not as iconic as Havel's, but I like it. And in a normal playthrough, this is actually usually the armor set I would rock. Like, Havel's is fun and all, but it's also absurdly heavy. Whereas this, it's like you get a ton of protection, but it's not as heavy as Havel's. So it kind of fills that good middle ground between the heaviest armors and medium armor. Yeah, probably, because without my endurance, I don't think you'd be able to wear that armor very long without getting tired. Like, can you imagine wearing literal stones for armor plates? That would be pretty ridiculous in my view. Especially since it's like, you know, well-designed metal would do much better than stone would, both in terms of mobility and in terms of just resistance per square inch. But I digress. I want to drop down here. No, probably not. Well, we're dropping down anyway, it seems. That's not the correct way. I can't believe that dodge worked. I'm also very lost. Oh, here we are. Move, 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 move. All right. Let's try this. Stone armor versus with super high poise versus the four tanks. Try plunging. Well, that's certainly a prolonged animation. Up there he is. Hello, sir. Well, there's no way we're dodging that, so we'll probably need to eat that hit. Well, that failed miserably. Well, the thing is, we didn't even have to see if it would work or not. We just... Alright. I can take the hints. Let's go get more Estus flasks. 1 second. We did get unlucky. Well, actually, wait. What's the magic resist on this thing? Not the best. Is there any shields we have that has... You know... We could just use this. And just eat the hit. It wouldn't... We'd still take some damage, but we'd survive at least. I mean, if we could use saddles, that'd be great, but we don't have the strength to do that. I vote we just use a press shield, and if we see that attack, we just block it. Because at least then, you know, it'll hurt like heck, but at least I mean, it'll hurt, but we'll survive. Might as well equip the grass crest shield as a backup anyway, just because once we get close, we'll want that. We can just quickly swap out to that for that extra stamina boost. Nope, no reason not to have it out for right now while we're trying to get back to where we need to be. Da, da, ba, da, 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 da. The right way? Yep. Hello, Copper Nicholson. Welcome back. No, we have not beaten the 4 Kings yet. But we have a new strat to try out before we attempt to get more Estus Flasks. Because we are pretty close. This is not a mid-roll, Grecor. This is definitely a heavier roll. We have nowhere near the enough endurance for a mid-roll. Yeah, the after jump roll is always the same, which is kind of funny. All right. Well, we ate that hit. Oh dear. I forgot that was a thing. No, we are alive. I do like that we can just eat that kind of a hit. So you notice how we're not staggered anymore? So that means we can just focus on attacking. Drink. Drink! No! It would have worked! It would have worked if we hadn't gotten yeeted. Listen, it would have worked because our poise was high enough, and that's important. Like, because of that, we can just focus on just keep attacking, don't think, just attack, pretty much. Okay, Copper Nicholson. Well, 6 months is a pretty standard time frame for dentist cleanings, Copper Nicholson. Well, I mean, I have to understand the thought process behind the turtling because it makes sense. Because the goal is just to deal as much damage as possible. We shall persist. Because at least now we know where we're going. Jump! Okay. Okay, we're in. I keep for. Alright, just don't think, just attack. Strength. We're about to die. Or no, we're not. We're alive somehow. Which we will take. Oh, those iframes. They saved us. Where's the next one? Up there he is. Right. I can't believe I dodged that. I'll take it though. Not the magic. Come on! No! I honestly should have just blocked that as soon as I saw it coming. I'm like, well. Yeah, I think if we blocked that, we would have been A-okay. Because, you know, it would have definitely broken our stamina with this, but we definitely wouldn't have gotten yeeted. So that would have been 10. Yeah, for sure. Right track is... I mean, logically, hey, if you're getting hurt, just eat it out. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait. But yeah, definitely trying to just tank everything and go purely all in on damage seems to be the way to go. To that end, I wonder if we could just get our I want to get my equip loads just low enough so that I don't need to worry. So okay, we still have 85 poise, which should be enough. And, I mean, it looked pretty cool. Still move super slow, but at least we're not over-encumbered. I think this might be the low. Also, it looks pretty darn cool, doesn't it, having Tova with it? I also think this is almost kind of cute, kind of adorable, because it's just like, Tova still has her Firekeeper outfit on. It's just, she's put on this heavy suit of armor that's completely asynchronous with what she's used to. Now, Reen, my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother understood that sometimes you just gotta pad up for the right kind of battle. You know what I mean, Reen? Sure, Tova. You do understand. No, I have not top Randallson. I'm not that interested in horror to begin with. Okay. Not good. Not good. Why? No. Alright, chat. I think this will be a good spot for a break, so don't worry, guys. I'll be right back. All right, chat. Welcome back. So I'm feeling pretty good about this bit making use of the Chlorinthid Rain now, just because, as you can see, with the Chlorinthid Rain and the Crash Shield combo, our stamina comes back much faster, even though we're wearing this pretty heavy loadout. So just watch how quickly we get our stamina back when we're at, I'd say around here, which is usually where I run out of stamina. So, and go. And just look at that. Isn't that satisfying? And that's without using any kind of green stamina blossoms. So I think this will help a lot, since the situation we run into a lot against the Four Kings is we're attacking and we're running out of stamina. So it is indeed some good stuff. Go down the stairs, drop down here. Not too bad in terms of damage. And we go. Alright, let's top off and do this. Leroy Jenkins. Where did we die last? Where are they? There they are. Alright, let's see what he goes for. We somehow evaded that, which I will take. Drink. Run! All right, that's one down. Drink. Nova, can you hit? Drink. Okay. Well, this one do. I know that attack. Here it comes, chat. Let's see. Much better. Definitely the way to go. Drink. Alright, where's the last one? We'll top off. Up, there he is. Hello, sir. Drink. Come on, Tova. Tova. Let's go! Yes! There it is! DPS test 1! And now we can finally say goodbye to this curved greatsword. And hello to 60,000 souls. Well, as you all know, chat, it is that time. So, rest in pieces, curved greatswords. You were okay. Definitely, I think I'll still prefer my other kinds of heavier weapons, since I don't usually go for power attacks. But it was interesting. I'll do it at that. Exactly. Curved greatswords were alright. Or at least the server was alright. I'm not sure about the other curved greatswords, because I know there's a couple of them. Well, that's where our business is going to be the Undead Crypt. So, you know what that means, chat. Straight sword time. Also get out of this armor because this is way too heavy for where we're going, so. Let's have... Here's our Firekeeper's uniform. Okay. So we did crossbows against the... what was that boss name? Centipede Demon, Dreadcourt. Oh, thanks, Dreadcourt. That was probably one of the hardest fights of this run so far, if I'm being honest. Really satisfying to beat it with a crossbow, though. I will say that. Oh, no, come back. Nothing. Oh dear. Chat, we have another bot. Spam your favorite emotes, chat. Get out of here, you bot. Get out. Let's see if I can take care of that. And done. Thanks, Record. I appreciate it. Now, let's see if we can get to the blacksmith before sadness occurs. Alright, I think we're good, Rekor. The bot has been banned. That's been taken care of. Yep. Alright. So, I've been told by you all that the Silver Knight Straight Sword is the best straight sword in the game, so we will be reinforcing one of these. Which seems to make sense, based off of, Oh, it requires 4. Interesting. But yeah, just I'm in awe at how much damage that is. I mean, just kind of crazy when you think out, because this is a straight sword, like a fast weapon, and yet base attack power of 262. Like, what is this thing? Hold on. Yep, no, it's all dead, Redcore. Like, I can't believe a weapon that's that fast and deal that kind of damage. But then the axe does. The gargoyle axe does a solid amount of damage too. It's pretty cool though. Hey, I guess there's a reason why the Silver Knights use this stuff. It's effective. Great question. So for Pinwheel, what do we have? I actually think we might want to go with great swords. And you might say, why great swords, Antomicx? Well, I feel competent enough to use anything else. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like great swords. Like, Claymore is one of my favorite weapons in this game. But they're also not exactly the most wieldy of things. And, like, the thing is, like, straight swords are going to have higher DPS than a great sword will. Whereas ultra great swords just deal so much damage that it makes up for how slow they are. So I feel like great swords are kind of in that weird spot. Same thing goes with axes and great axes. Like, a great axe can do a ton of damage. And we have a great axe. We just haven't really upgraded that much. Actually, since we're here, what does the great axe take to upgrade? Now I've got myself curious. Hello. Okay, it is... Oh, just regular souls. Okay. Well, considering this is the only great axe we have at the moment, unless we accidentally get the great axe that the endgame knights use, I feel like this is what we're going to end up having to upgrade. And I feel like with Pinwheel, we could probably get away with using the Man Serpent greatsword, so... Oh, actually, that's a lot of... Well... Anyway, I didn't have myself. Point is... You're right, Drucker. We are at that kind of point in the game where things are... we basically, we're out of meme weapons, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm glad that we have a lot of good weapons left for the horrors bosses in the game. Speaking of upgrading stuff, how are we doing on... Okay, we're at +10. I definitely wanted that composite bow maxed out when we can. But we are going to need some Titanite chunks for that. That dodge, though. Hello, sir. Can you please move out of the way? Right here. So yeah. We'll just make our way to the Undead Crypt and go exploring. I'm excited because the Undead Crypt has a lot of, I think, useful items in there. Though it is a tricky dungeon to explore, admittedly. Well, not the Undead Crypt, but rather what comes after it, the... the Dark Cavern, so... This is true, we do need to make sure that the Dark Moon Seance ring. Right, and alright chat, and now the time has come to go, well, not over there. Actually, no, it is over there, yeah. Time has finally come for us to approach Land of the Skeletons. Oh yeah, I think this will work nicely. It's very agile and seems to get the job done quite nicely, so... You know, this is such a light loadout, we could actually get away with using something else, so... Let's go item hunting. Ooh, yeah, a scimitar. That's nice. I don't think I ever really explored the graveyard in full. So with spears, oh, you mean which boss that we battle? I think that was the... Now I'm drawing a blank. Spears was... What did we fight with Spears? It was something. Oh yeah, you seriously forgot who Dorothy was, Copper Nicholson. He's the main character of the game I'm developing. That'll do. And over here. More Stella Bros. see that parry. All I'm trying to do. Well, I mean, well, that's the thing, Topper Nicholson. I don't think it's fair to judge yet simply because you don't have any gameplay in front of you. So, of course, right now, the fact that there's no, like, actual game to play yet, Dorothy is effectively just a character written by someone. But once there is actual, like, a demo to play, well, then you can at least get a taste for what she's like as a character. Well, my point is, Topper Nicholson, once the demo's out, then you'll be able to get a much better idea for what she's actually like. And we're done. That was my own fault. 100% my fault. I should have approached that situation more effectively, but that's okay. Well, it's kind of hard to say, Copper Nicholson, because Dorothy could be many different things. But one thing I can say is she would not really be wearing any armor, so that's, like, the most she would ever get in terms of armor would have to be some kind of energy bit or magical-based thing, if we're talking Skyrim lore. So, you would definitely have to take that into account. I also would say, you know, it depends. It's like in Dark Souls, you can use a whole wide variety of different stuff, so Dorothy, in theory, could use a lot of stuff. So what I would say is no armor, no spell casting, but pretty much anything else is fair game in terms of weaponry. If I had to pick just one weapon for her to use, at least at the start, you'd probably want to pick some kind of axe, just because of the way the acquiring weapons is in Heartwell. That's probably, outside of just your bare hands and rocks, some kind of axe is probably the first thing you'd acquire. Yep, and she would be human, Topper Nicholson, very true. The thing about that, Topper Nicholson, well, can't really say that, so well, she carries around the manifest, and it can make things, and it can do stuff, but it's not, well, I'd say, the only thing I can say is you'll probably understand a bit better when you play the demo, but I still have to finish making that. Alright, there's the Zweihander, which is a very good weapon. I'm surprised it's like this close to spawn, but, well, the start of the game, but whatever, it's cool. Oh, item. Oh, that's where the binoculars were. That doesn't make sense, we just a lot down there. Now we make our way to the Undead Crypt. the catacombs. Alright, this is the point where if we aren't dealing... And I messed that up completely. That's my bad. Oh, personality? Dorothy is, Dorothy's a lot like myself, Copper Nicholson, so she tends to be very optimistic. She has a lot of perseverance. She's very persistent. Usually pretty cheerful, tries to look on the bright sides of things, and she doesn't give up on what matters to her. So those are the kinds of things you would think of. I've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I have no comment, Copper Nicholson. The interesting thing about these skeletons is if we are not using a weapon that can deal holy damage like this, they'll respawn a couple of times, which can be very, very annoying. Hence why I want to use this weapon specifically, is because it deals holy damage. I don't know, Copper Nicholson. I don't know. No, no, no. No, no, no. What is it with you and Milliam, Copper Nicholson? I know there's some Stella bros down there. I just can't see them in this darkness. Oh, right. No, Copper Nicholson. I started with the Silver Knight's Spear. Can permanently defeat them despite not... Really? I wonder why that weapon in particular. Anyway, where is the sunlight? There it is. Now we can make good use of this. I mean, without this area would be much darker. That's easy to make noises. Okay, fair enough, Copper Nichols, fair enough. I know some of these statues are traps. I just can't remember which ones are the traps. Yeah, that's true. Trapdoor is kind of amusing. It also is, if you're fast, one of the skill gaps for finding these skeletons is the skeletons themselves are very agile, because of course they have no flesh, they're all bone, so they're actually pretty quick. But the, what's cool about it is, hello, sir. What's cool about it is they actually give you time, like, that, because they have to do that animation to spawn in the first place, it gives you time to, if you're quick, to defeat them before they can do anything. Indeed, it is very good. Oh, the lever! Or push the lever, I guess. And there isn't just a repair all button, but oh well. There we go. Let's keep exploring. As someone who's never used the sunlight magic helmet before, for its periods of time, I find this is really refreshing because it's so much easier to see things down here now. So. And bye-bye, Selden. Why the Thieves questline, Copper Nicholson? Dorothy, at least in my headcanon, Dorothy is a very upstanding person, so I could not ever imagine her being like a thief character if we're going with, we'll say, a true ending run. This drive him out isn't too bad, Repcore. Everyone's got their preferences for sure, Repcore. Not ideal. Oh, I see. That's where that was coming from. No, you don't. Oh, we got the bat stab. Let's go. Well, no, Copper Nicholson and Hartwell, there's plenty of combat to be had, but it'll take time for the player to build up to the point where they're competent in combat, so that's part of the learning curve of the game. Very deliberate. No, Copper Nicholson, no. The way I see it, and in a non-spoiler per way, I'll say that Dorothy gets better out of combat out of necessity. I won't sit, but that's all I can say on that front. Very true, Drekor, very true. Alright, yeah. Ooh, there's the Lucian. That's a fun weapon. Yeah. Very true, Red Door, very true. No, Copper Nicholson, no. What's up, Red Door? Not good. Not good. No! We were doing so well! No. Alright. I mean, my thought with magic, Copper Nicholson, is you could use stuff like elemental attacks. So like, you know, fireballs and stuff. I think that'd be fine, but it's like stuff like illusions or anything like that wouldn't really make sense. Very true, record. Very true. Just that bad stamina to get done with. Also, now realizing we should probably equip our catalyst. Oh wow, that actually does post to a mid-roll. I think we'll survive, but it's not convenient. I'm amazed that hit. No, I'm not confirming or denying anything, Copper Nicholson. I'm just saying, from a practical standpoint, in terms of types of attacks in Skyrim versus what Dorothy can take, that's the closest you could get to being close to some of the options that may or may not be available. That's not confirming magic. We are not wearing Havel's Ring. Gregor, you might say, why? Well, I want to wear the Covenant's Gold Serpent Ring here. We could always just throw on Havel's just for the fast roll. Yeah. But that's the thing, Copper Necklace. So what I was saying is, like, magic that does other stuff like necromancy or conjuration just, I don't think makes sense at all for her. Nothing at the moment, Record, but I think there's some pretty good drops later in the later parts of the dungeon, possibly. Conceivably. Yep. No, I will admit that click was completely by accident. Oh, hello, sir. Thought I'd hear something. We also got that stat, apparently. We'll gladly take. There's our souls. Take another falchion. And it's hard to get just because you have to do both you have to do two impets at once to be a little inconsistent at times. I also don't think that would make much sense either, Copper Nicholson. I do find the yeet to be funny. No! That was my own fault. I should have blocked. It was a good yeet, though, you have to admit. I mean, we can definitely run back to that point. But then we'll just have a wall of skeletons following us. And then we'll die from fall damage. And lose all our souls. But that's okay. Yeah, Catacombs, I think, is especially be a place where you can't afford to get too greedy with, or impatient. Because, I mean, the skeletons don't reward too much souls for the amount of damage you have to put into them, and the location itself is quite long. You could try... Can I jump? Probably not. We'll just land on that, and that's no fun. Now that would have been cool if it worked. There we go. Probably take those backstabs. Apparently we must hit something by accident, which is all good. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we see the skeleton in its natural habitat. Oh, what's up, Report? Oh, what kind of challenge round am I going to do for Elden Ring? Great questions. So, I've been thinking about that too, and at least based off of the preliminary gameplay I've seen, I really feel like a bow-only run could be a lot of fun, but it's going to depend on one crucial detail, and that's how early can we get arrows and how consistently can we get arrows. So if the answer to both those questions is quite early, then, like, as long as we have a consistent source of the most basic kind of arrow for an early point of the game, then I feel like a bow-only run would be a ton of fun, personally speaking. What do you think, Drupper? Lord of the Rings. What about Lord of the Rings, Topher Nicholson? Alright, I'm trying to remember. Is this where the... No, this isn't the troll yet. That's, I think, the Nets Bridge. Block. Good. I mean, Agent 47, if you played Hitman Record. I think there's a fair amount. I think you're right in saying that there's a lot of ball characters that are bald that happen to be antagonists. I think that, or I think that's fair to say, but I don't think that rules out the bald characters in video games that are, we'll say, more likable or are protagonists even. This might not be as common since most of the time when we think protagonists, a lot of protagonist males are going to have either beards or, I guess, stuff like that. I knew it. I know there's a way over there, but that's probably lost right now. We also drop down to the blacksmith, but that's definitely a risk. I usually mess up that walkway. Oh. Actually, wait, was it here that the way down to the blacksmith? No, actually. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Right, it's a bit from. Oh, that's the way it's a Vamos? Okay. Well, I don't think we need to go to Vamos yet. Vamos is more of a side area anyway. I also like how they put the fire there to try and trick the player into thinking that it might be a bonfire when it's not. It's a trap. What we got? Now, I swear there was, like, another roundabout area around here somewhere. So that might be in a different section. That's off a cliff, whereas this takes us to path itself, I think. Yep. Okay, well, this is the way to the bonfire. I think we want to pull the lever first. Pull the lever, trunk. Not sure, Record. Oh? What happened? The armor is a bit random, but it works. I want to make sure... Okay, good. I don't see him yet, which is good. As if we did, then we would just get yeeted off this bridge. You all know who I'm talking about, right, Patches? I have been yeeted off that bridge before because someone decides to pull that lever. Find the loose brick wall. Alright, I'm guessing we haven't seen the loose brick wall yet. Okay, it's in this room. Good to know. Aha! Oh, that room. Okay, good to know. Well, we will take care of it. It's just that this room is particularly noteworthy for being annoying. The archers and the... Well, try plunging attack, they said. What else is in this room? Oh, he's up there. Gotta have our angle, dude. Yep. Well, as someone who's done only challenge runs of like Dark Souls 2 and 3 and 1 to some extent, I know the pain of not being able to look over a ledge to use a bow. Okay, this is just the way to get back, probably. Yep, okay. Let us venture onward. Oh. I'll also mention the animation makes no sense on that kind of ladder, but I don't care. That's a very minor detail. Time for the big guy, chat. We didn't even hit him. Remarkably fast for someone of his size. Got him. Well, anything? I would have thought that something would have dropped down there. Okay. There it is. We got it, chat. If we really want to, we could go battle, what was that guy's name? We gotta go do that one battle. What was it, Gwendolyn? Glad I got that guy out of the way. What? Why? I mean, I'm glad we survived, but the skeletons are too good. They're too smart, chat. They know. And it's the only way to fight Gwendolyn without breaking the illusion, so. And I like Sunny and Orlando, so it's worth it, in my view. We got a Skull Lantern, not like that matters since we have this, which is better anyway. Where is it? There it is. Well, we got a miracle that we can't use, but that's okay. Ooh, a Ring of Fod. Would the Ring of Fod have any practical purpose for us, I wonder? Like, would we just be less visible to enemies, or not really? I mean, it can be useful for PvP, but... Okay, well, in that case, that could be useful, especially if we didn't want to fight so many Stalabros. There seem to be a lot of them. Oh dear. No! No! Well, we got yeeted so fast. Really? Defeat deal without outrunning the minions. That sounds pretty useful. So, Slumbering Dragon Crest. Are you saying Slumbering Dragon Crest would effectively boost the Ring of Fog's effectiveness? Because we have that. Oh, I see what you're saying. So we produce no sound. I get it. Okay. I don't think this is a warpable bonfire, though. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So we'll want to at least get past Pinwheel before we try warping back to Snuggly. Oh, Vamos is, though. Okay, we can go for Vamos, then. If I remember how to do the drop. Down here. No, it's the other spot. Hello, Stalabro. All right, let's go for it. Just walked off the ledge, understood. Boop. I was not fine, Rector. I slid in the wrong direction. No, it's all dead, it's all dead. We just have to adjust our direction. You're right, you're right. That fall can be a bit finicky. Boop. Okay, there we go. Now things make a smidge more sense. Walk like that. Ourselves our item. Drink a little bit. Let the Stalabros drop down. Try plunging attack. Hey, there's Vamos.
Be gone with you. You spoil my focus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Souls, where of one of the few times they decide to make a cutscene in this game, they do it for what's effectively just an insult. I always find that funny. Like, there aren't that many cutscenes in this game, and that's one of the ones they decide to make.
An ember from New Londo, and a woodies I'll give you.
The large flame ember. Should we give it to this guy? Is that for... Oh, right. Does Vamos make only certain kinds of... I see. What do you sell? Oh, so you're the guy who sells Homeward Bones. I guess that makes sense. He's a skeleton, so...
What was that about?
Alright. So what is this particular bonfire called? Is it called like Vamos's workshop or something like that? Ah, that makes sense. Good to know, Raptor. Well, if we're going to give that lantern to Snuggly, we'll need to go to... that's the Undead Asylum. Whoops. Let's try that again, shall we? Here we go. I'll also mention it's a little detail, but I like the fact that after you curl up in a ball like that for the first time, it's much faster. For the cutscene animation, because the day at that point it's like, okay, you understand what to do. We'll let you go to the Undead Asylum again. Okay. Dudley.
Give me.
Where is it? I think it's under shields. Okay.
Give.
Hey. Oh, thanks for the tip, Rekor. I honestly did not remember that that was a thing. Or at least that we could get the Ring of Fog that way. That's mighty convenient. Just for funsies, let's try it. So Ring of Fog and Slumbering Dragon Crest, which we happen to have. Well, it's cool that we kind of look like a ghost now. We also don't make any sound, which is pretty cool. So I'm sure you can imagine this would be extremely useful for PvP. Since we're harder to see and we make no noise. Now let's go to Catacombs. Yeah, perhaps destroy away like the chip, exactly. Alright, let's see just how effective this is. I've never tried this strategy in PvE. You know the wheel stalies are around here. Oh wow, okay. That's actually pretty impressive. Like, we got pretty close before they noticed. No, it's alright, Record. Alright, but now we have to fight Pinwheel. And this definitely won't help against Pinwheel, so let's fix that. Air cells are 23 ranged, and our Aval's ranged. Drop that. And equip. So we want to do, I think, I mean, I like greatswords, but I think we should go with them. Do the Man Serpent greatsword. And go for it. Let's do this. Rites of Kindling time. Here comes the Pinwheel. Oh, good to know, Record. Thanks for the tip. I forgot how much damage they can do. Like, Pinwheel has very little health, as you can see. But he also can deal a lot of damage if he gets the chance to get something going. And there we go, that's the boss. Bye bye, Pinwheel. Nice to arrive, Kindling. Why Pinwheel is worth 15,000 souls, I will never know. But that seems like the most asynchronous amount of souls ever, but I digress. Nope, we can say goodbye to our great swords. You were fun for the 5 seconds we got to use your great swords. Great swords were great, indeed. Alrighty. I say, now that we're here, we don't have to worry about the... I don't think we need to worry as much about the respawning stalies, and it's more so just the damage situation. So for funsies, let's see what the Silver Knight straight sword's like. Oh. Did it drop something? It might just be. Oh, right. Which mask did we get? Well, I hope it's the Master of the Child, but we'll see. Oh, Master and Leather. Okay. That's okay. It raises HP. Okay, you know, it's something. Yeah, we were both wrong. It is something. We can't really make much use of it here because we need to go with the mask we're currently wearing. But in other uses, that could definitely be nice. Just to have a little extra HP for free, essentially. Where is it? Bonfire. I know you're around here. I also know the shortcuts over here. Let me just make sure I didn't miss an item over here. Bonfires after the slide. That makes sense. I did remember correctly. Okay. Yep. Re-slide. Oh yeah, it's down there, isn't it? Oh. Hello there! He clearly sees us, he just doesn't want to do anything. He's like, well, hi there, you're not quite close enough, because you shouldn't be able to see me yet. Good damage. Oh yeah. I like that damage. Or hitting those things with a straight sword, that's good. That's real good. Guessing it's this one, right, Gregor? Whee! Okay. I see your bow and arrow, that makes me nervous. Gladly take that. Ow. Am I being dumb, Drekor? Or is it this way? I know if I keep going this way, I'll eventually reach a bonfire, but it will take a little bit. Is this way? Okay. That's why I know it says how long it's been since I've been here. Isn't there supposed to be a... No. Okay. I'm not falling for it right now, Patches. I don't have the time for this. Walk back for a minute. Okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's one over here somewhere. Where was it? All right, the ladder and that. There it is. Okay, now I see it. Boop. And we level up. Not quite. Let's rectify that because we are brilliant. Actually, no. Let's I don't think we can we warp to this question. Can we warp back to this bonfire, or is that a different one? Oh, this one's warpable. All right, in that case, let's. I think we'll want to go get some more Twinkling Titanite and then call it there. So actually, let's call it here. I think that's good enough. If you're watching here on Twitch, feel free to stick around for a raid. But if you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later, and it's a great way to show support. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome night.